For a long time, I thought watching coding tutorials would actually stand out to become a professional developer. But however, instead of watching tutorials, I started building. But this changed my spark on how I think and build. But then I realized something. Watching someone else code isn't the same as coding by yourself independently without using the tutorial or relying on AI as much. I decided to stop relying on tutorials and do coding projects myself. Tutorials are really useful. It can help you learn the foundations and can build your efforts in building a project or something that you can rely on to become a software developer. But however, when you given a task or a challenge in the tutorial, normally you would code along at the same time. But then you get stuck. You open a laptop and you notice that there are a few errors that require you for you to solve. But you're unsure, you felt unpuzzled, you're not in the zone, you felt trapped. This is what I like to call tutorial hell. I've been there many times before. And when I'm learning a new language or coding language, I still get stuck. And I thought I was progressing, but in reality, I'm falling behind. I started to create and build my own workout app where I use all of the frameworks for the API configuration in Django REST framework for the backend, and for the front end, I use React Native Mobile. Along the way, it took me months for me to build and plan, but I decided to continue and I became more confident and I never give up. Along the way, I tend to have so many errors in conflicting errors, packaging management, and so many debug errors in the code whilst I was writing, but it's a normal thing for every developer to encounter with. But how I resolved it is that I tend to have so much research, which I can tell by this video. I have so many tabs, 57, 50 tabs to be exact, for research in errors and documentation. But since we're in the era of I use that to help prompt out the error. Instead of just copy and pasting the code without understanding, I use AI to prompt out what the specific errors are so that it helps me to solve which specific problem that I have missed out or didn't implement it correctly, so that I became more confident in continuing that project and did it with confidence and independence, but also with a mentor with support, which is very important. Having a mentor will help you guide through the direction that you're looking for, and being able to master the breakthrough of not watching a tutorial but solving real problems and solutions to the world. The biggest thing that I have changed is how I approach to problems. Instead of thinking, how do I follow a tutorial? Just think on how you can able to solve problems, real life problems that enables you to be more adaptable into certain scenarios. So for example, in my workout app, you notice there is a problem with weight gain and of course in terms of eating habits and diets, for example. So this isn't a way that for me I worked. uh, I did a lot of research on how it works and the statistics of many people using the app with different other apps for workouts like this. So I decided to create my own workout using my own twists so that it's easier for me to present that to a client or a user and be able to expand on the business. So those are the things that you'll be understanding instead of just thinking on how to build a calculator app or a to-do list app, etc. And yes, those two I've mentioned is that anyone can build it or from YouTube or from a YouTube channel. I want you to think of real problems, real life scenario problems that needed scalability and improvement to the business. I'm not saying you should watch tutorials. Don't get me wrong, tutorials are really helpful and beneficial for your programming journey for beginners. But if you're constantly watching tutorials for so many long and consuming without actually taking action, you won't be able to progress further in life in terms of how you be able to problem solve and be more confident in building projects on your own. So for me, I broke through the tutorial hell by actually building real life projects into real life world solutions that needed more help and improvement, or someone to a business that solves different problems. So this is very key for me. And along the way, I decided to start building projects, and I get errors most of the time, but I use lots of research and documentation and AI to help progress further in my coding journey and be more confident in finding errors, even small or big errors. I still get the job done. Anyways, this is your boy Sof Sen. I catch you in a bit. Take care. Peace out.